Hey guys, welcome back. So I have got a new project and I'm very excited about it. I have already taken my napkins and went ahead and separated them because when you are decoupaging, you have to use the thinnest layer. As you can readily tell, I feel like that this right here is just going to blend in once I paint it with the decoupage. When you are decoupaging, the main thing to remember is you need a white background because you are using almost a translucent paper, as you can readily tell. So what I did instead is I cut this out of my Cricut, and it says he is risen. This is my favorite tool. I don't know the proper name of it, but that's okay. All I know is the thing works. But the name of this is He is Risen. I got these crosses from Hobby Lobby from their Easter section, and they are actually 40% off. So if you want to go get you some of these, that's where you can find them. I'm sure they're not the only place that they're available. Dollar Tree has some really awesome ones as well, and the key is you just have to paint them. So you can either put it on straight, which would be just like this, but I am going to do it like that. The reason why you will see that this is cut, when you are putting something down, if you cut it, pre-cut it, it actually helps you to get any surface that is harder to get on, especially your rounded edges. That's a little trick that I learned. I don't know which lady I learned it from, but it was years ago. And this is just going to say simply, He is risen. Because as we know, Easter is not about that bunny. It's about the cross, and it's about the empty tomb that made everything possible. So I'm going to just gently take this transfer paper, and I've already put on the Oracle 651 permanent on, and you just slowly take it up off of your transfer paper, peel it back off, and if it's in a good mood, it'll stay on the surface that you put it on. If it's in a bad mood, then it won't. So let's see if it's going to be in a good mood or a bad mood. But while we're sitting here doing this, I'm going to tell y'all a little joke. It seems there was a minister who just had all of his teeth pulled, and he had to get some dentures. So this man had no teeth. The first Sunday he only preached 10 minutes with his new dentures. Well, then the second Sunday he preached 20 minutes with his new dentures. But on the third Sunday, he preached for an hour and 25 minutes. Well, when asked by his congregation why he had preached so long, he said, well, the first Sunday, my gums were sore and it hurt to talk. And the second Sunday, my dentures were hurting a lot. But on the third Sunday, I accidentally grabbed my wife's dentures and I just couldn't stop talking. Honey, I just thought that was so funny. You know, he went from a man of few words to a man full of wisdom because he grabbed his wife's teeth. Thought that was priceless. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and slowly take this off, and it looks like it's going to be in a good mood. So that's awesome. I just love it when a plan comes together. So I hope everybody's had a great Thursday. Of course, any day that the Lord wakes you up is a present. That's why he calls it a present. So what did you ladies and gentlemen do with your present from the Lord today? I went clearance shopping, and then I went with my grandson for a play date, and then fixed supper, and here we are. So the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to apply the matte Mod Podge. You can get Mod Podge in all different kinds of formulas. You can get it in glossy, you can get it in dishwasher safe, you can get it for fabric. I mean, the possibilities are endless. All of those people that are from my tribe and like to think outside the box, Mod Podge has got you covered from head to toe. But what I did is I actually pre-cut out of this napkin. And if you want to rush to your Hobby Lobby, these are 40% off. And it says He is Risen. And I basically used, as you can tell, the outline of the flowers where He is risen. So what we're going to do is now I pre-cut it. And I kind of guesstimated, you know, where to lay these at. And I'm actually going to just ever so slightly dab this on and pray that it don't tear. And of course, if it does tear, it's okay. Flowers aren't perfect. Kind of like people. We're not perfect either. But God loves us the same, even with our imperfections. So we're going to just put this down gently. And when you're working with your tissues or your napkins, it sometimes does have a tendency to tear when you dab it. And I know there's all these kind of rollers that you can use and all that good fun stuff. But me being an ex-kindergarten teacher, I just like to get my fingers dirty, I guess, and I just go at it. And I have found that it is better to use my fingers a lot of times. But like I said earlier, it's okay if you get dirty because Jesus made us washable. And it's a good thing to just sometimes get your hands dirty because Lord knows we've all lived with Germ-X long enough to keep our hands clean for a lifetime. I'm expecting those weird, you know, lawsuits in a few years. Are you growing a third thumb? Or, you know, do you have nickel taste in your mouth? Who knows, honey, what's going to be happening in so long. But today here, it was 70 degrees. Raining yesterday. I'm telling you, living in the South is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. But it does keep life interesting and not boring at all. But I've had a pretty good day. Got to eat with a really good friend from school. We had breakfast. I think friends are just as important as family, you know. You don't have to be blood to be family. I have learned that. Most of my family lives in Las Vegas. I have a sister in Ohio. I have a sister in Kentucky. And then I have two in Vegas. And I actually have one in the state of South Carolina, in which that's where I'm at. So I got them all over the place. My dad was a Navy man. Bless his heart. Every time he got off the boat, he celebrated. Never did get a son out of us, though. We're all born from different places. I'm born from California. One's born from Japan. One's born from the Philippines. So, just that song, I've Been Everywhere by Johnny Cash, that's my dad. But gonna be going out to see him soon. I'm very excited about that. Haven't seen him in a while. Last time I went to go see him, the pandemic hit. And then this time, we're on the brink of World War III. I'm telling you, timing just doesn't seem to be one of my attributes here lately, but that's all right. It'll be fun. Life's an adventure, you know. Just got to roll with the punches. But I have really enjoyed being able to share some of my little secrets with you guys. It's nothing special. It's just something that to put a smile on your face. But I really had fun. I was just blown away at how many people had got on the YouTube page and liked it. And I don't know, it was just humbling, I guess you could say. And what I'm going to do is, if there's any excess, I'm just going to actually roll it around the cross on the sides of it, because I would like to try to cover up all of the wood. And I was really worried that this wasn't going to take, that the flowers were going to fade, but they're not fading. Kind of like in heaven, you know, the roses never fade there, so we're going to hopefully have some roses never fading here in the kitchen tonight. But anyway, and as you can tell, it's easier to work it with your fingers. Anytime I get brave and do it with my little brush, it's tearing it. So the thing about Mod Podge is you've just got to take your time, and the slower you go, the better results that you will have. And if it messes up, honey, do not have a panic attack. I mean, it's just a craft. Craft is for fun. Craft's not supposed to stress you out. And if your crafts ever get to a point that they're stressing you out, you need to step back and just regroup, because that's not no fun. It's a hobby. Now, if you're making a living out of it, like I do, during Christmas season, then you could stress a little bit, but any other time, just relax, take your time, let it be your outlet, and just go with it. But I got another little joke for y'all. I guess it's just going to be about dentures tonight, honey, because I just pulled it out. But it's called Spare Parts. And it says there was a keynote speaker was in a hurry to get to a venue. He arrived and sat down at the head of the table, and he realized suddenly he forgot his dentures. The man beside him said, "No problem. I've got a briefcase full of them." And the man beside him just sits down with his briefcase, opens it up, and hands him a pair of dentures. And he said, "Here, try these." And he said, "No, those are too loose." He said, "Well, here, try these." And he said, "No, these are too tight." The man didn't seem taken back, and he dug around a little bit longer in the briefcase. Sure enough, he came out with another pair. The man put them on, and he said, "Oh, these fit just right." And he said, "Oh, good." And they ate the meal and gave him his speech, and without any further problems from his dentures. And at the end of the event, the man told him, he said, "Thank you so much for giving me those dentures." He said, I've been looking for a good dentist. Well, the man with the briefcase kind of chuckled. He said, "Oh, I'm not a dentist. I'm the local funeral director." I guess you got to be careful where you get your teeth, huh? But I thought that was just so cute. You never know, do you? Just never know. That's what you call knowing people in high places. Bless it. I had a friend, she lived over a funeral home. I never did understand that. But she said they didn't ever experience anything weird, but I don't think I could have slept there, but she did. She didn't have no problems with it. Of course, the walking live people or the dead people ain't the ones you got to worry about. It's the ones that are walking upright, But like they say, safety is of the Lord. But I am very pleased at how this is turning out. I really like this. I'm pleasantly surprised. But we are just going to continue to go around this really quick and just spread the Mod Podge with your little handy dandy brush and go from there. So, are there any projects that you ladies have been working on that you are super excited about? Spring is one of the busiest time for crafters a lot of times, and then of course you've got fall, and then you've got Christmas. But spring is when all the festivals come. And I don't know where you're from, but honey, down here in the South, we have a festival for everything. We got, we got the Pumpkin Town Festival. We got the Azalea Festival. Where I live at, we got a little thing called Catfish Festival. If you're real proper, they call it the Feastival. But I'm not real proper, so I call it the Festival. But I love going to small towns. They're like hidden treasures, You just never know what you're going to find in a small town. And I think sometimes small towns don't get the credit that's due to them either, because they're little hidden gems that's been forgotten by time. We have a little thing called Catherine Hall. And in the heyday of our little town, it had a bowling alley, it had a swimming pool, had a movie theater, and we're in the process of trying to save it. And if you don't learn from your past, you'll repeat it again in the future. So knowing the past is very important so that you can learn from it. Kind of like all the wonderful stories that God gives us in the Bible. They're there for our instruction, not for our entertainment. Some people just don't realize that. And some people say that the Bible's old-fashioned and it's out of date. Well, I beg to differ. I think it's right on time. But we are just going to take this and we are going to slowly roll it up. And as you can tell, when I put it on the cross and it goes off the edges, I'm just taking it and just taking my finger and going down the side of it and letting the flowers grow where they want to, I reckon. Because You can't be perfect. The only way you can be perfect is try to serve the Lord. But yeah, I enjoyed the day with my grandson. And my newest grandson, he's getting so big already. My daughter-in-law, she don't have small children. She has little miniature giants is what I told her. So, but anyway, but as you could tell, we are almost through with this. And I think the next cross that I'm going to do, I am going to try to do this right here on it with He is Risen, because it looks to be as if it's going to be able to be seen. And I didn't know if it would just blend in and kind of disappear is what I was afraid of, but it seems like it's not going to, so that's kind of good. But you're just going to run your fingers through it. And more than likely, I'll probably cut a few more pieces. I don't know where this piece went, Lord only knows, but it's all right. So I am just going to put this here, and then later I will find some perfect pieces of the napkins to complete the patterns of my flowers. And this is pretty much already done. I mean, it was that easy. But like I said, these crosses are located at Hobby Lobby Spring section. They are 40% off. All of their party napkins are 50% off. And all their spring collection is 40% off. So there's some good deals. And you will get really good at knowing when your sales are. That's when you go buy your stuff. So this week is all the ribbon and things like that. Then the next one is, oh my goodness. The next one is all of the flowers. So learn your sales in your stores and you will save a lot of money, because Lord knows, honey, as high as everything's getting, we're going to have to find a way as crafters to find ways to save money. So this is pretty much done. Like I said, I'm going to find something there and probably there, but I don't want to bore y'all to death. But this right here is as simple as it gets, and I think it turned out beautifully. What do y'all think? So with that being said, in my first video, I showed y'all the Mod Podge shoes. And this is the finished product. I am so excited. I just got the pattern cut out, or the fabric cut out from a thrift store. And I was so excited. This right here is the fabric Mod Podge. You can actually go on Pinterest, and it has a wonderful chart that breaks down all of the Mod Podges for you and what they do and what they don't do. So if you are interested in knowing what to do, you can go there. This right here is the wonderful thing that I found earlier today. This is the actual broken leg bench that was, you guessed it, on clearance, $7.49. And as you can tell, they're all glued down again. And if you will notice, this is not your original black and white buffalo print. And that is due to the fact that I did not chalk paint this. Instead, I just put it on this natural wood. So what I'm going to do now is, this is actually just going to become a shelf that I'm going to sit stuff on, because I love doing risers in my house. And so that's pretty much the way that is going to be displayed in my house. And it says blessed, which we all are, especially the Bible said, blessed are they that serve the Lord. And then there's a cross. So I think that turned out really good. I was very happy with it. But I appreciate all of you ladies and gentlemen, don't want to discriminate, for joining me again. And remember, be happy, because this is the day that the Lord hath made. Good night, guys. Have a great night. Hopefully see you sometime next week. Bye.